try and pull over to here or? But it has got to cover this whole area. There's been a slight change of plan. See the drones picking up the AR model. We've just made it to the last field of the day. We've got the seeder on today and we're doing some wrap baiting, so we're just pulling the drone off, get it calibrated before we go too much further. Make sure we're putting the right rates out for the farmer. Put some batteries in it so the drone can start finding its VRTK as we start getting everything else ready. Turn them on. It's good now, I only have to turn one on and then both of them will turn on for me. This is the P150 Max. So a lot of you would know now, as some of you are even starting to get your own one of these, 20 meters per second. Allows you to put out that extra bit, which has been very helpful. And the new battery, they're actually max batteries as well. They've got 14 cells in them. Whether you want to put a bit of extra weight in there and have it sprayed out faster, or just have the same amount of weight and be able to fly it for a lot longer. So we've only got a small roller in it today because we're doing wrap bait. It won't need much at all. All we have to do is put it up on 4 buckets so it's standing up a little bit higher. That means we can put another bucket underneath it and measure out how much it empties in its calibration. Once we've done that, it should be ready to fly and we'll get exact rates out of it. Yeah, okay, so we zeroed the bucket. Now we just got to go get the controller and the rest of the work will be done from there. Using the small roller because we're only doing really light loads. So while we wait for that, we've got to get some more batteries charging. We actually got some new chargers today. We're not normally using the trailer, but the other trucks are out doing other tasks, so here I am. Extension box as well. So yeah, we just got the smaller 15 kVA generator here today, but that'll be enough to get the seating, get this spreading job done. Little adapter box for the 3-phase can run 2 charges. Just plug them in and get the generator running. Now all you have to do is turn on the switch and press start. So I've just done the small rollers calibration. What you do now is weigh how much come out. You just put that into here in the controller. It's 500 grams is what it put out. The drone's just calculated the calibration and finished that off for us. So now we know exactly how much we need to do this entire job. Before we go anywhere, we had to do some flight checks, make sure all the clips are in properly and propellers are working okay. Do a manual prop test. Everything's good. All the bearings are good. All the clips are good. We'll just do a takeoff and airborne test. I prefer to be able to just get it done in one shot. So it's good because the drone is not actually that full, but it has got to cover this whole area. So it will probably need 1 or 2 flights. So just setting up the field now, selected the field, make sure we're getting the right heights and runs. Batteries are good, VRTK is good. We'll just send it off, take off. I'm just watching it out of my mirror at the moment. Straight over the edge of the field there. Just gonna open up the camera here. 20 meters a second. It takes a bit to build up to it as well, you'll notice. And then it's made it to 20 there. So by the time it's made it to 20 meters a second, it's already ready to turn around. There we go, it's finishing off its last run here. And it stayed away from the power lines as well. So there you go, that was 5 hectares that he just got done in one flight. Nice as this aircon cab is, we'll go and pack this drone up. Just finished the job, we can finally turn the generator off. All we'll have to do here is pack the drone up and get it back in here. I don't even have to turn it off because we're going to the next job, and that means it'll still be calibrated and still have VRTK when we get to the next job. So all we'll have to do is pull it out, fill it up, select the right fields again, and then it'll be good to go. Quite impressed with that. We've still got a little bit of rat baits in the bottom, but that's good because that'll just make filling it up next time that little bit easier. Yeah, I'm just gonna swap the batteries over. We can chuck these 2 batteries on charge while we're traveling over to the next spot, and then I'll just put one of these in it when you're out here by yourself, but they're definitely still doable. But good thing we got Billy here. So we just finished this first potato field here, packed up. All we have to do is move over to the next one, which is just over the other side of the ISIS highway here. That should be another pretty simple one. It's a little bit bigger, but I won't have to calibrate though, so it should go about the same time probably. We'll see you there. Yeah, let's do this again. This will be 2 of 4 today, so let's get going. We were able to charge the batteries on our trip over here, which means as soon as I get this thing out, we'll be able to start flying again. I'll talk to the guy and see what he wants to do. Do you want me to try and pull over to here, or? So, there's been a slight change of plans with our tractor friend over here trying to make it past us. That's all good, we'll just be able to fly from here. It'll probably be good to be able to set up on flat ground anyway, just a little bit more comfortable to work on. Yeah, they're such a funny thing, those ones. Oh, there you go, that's why, because he's doing sugarcane, so he needs to be up above. The tractor needs to be above the sugarcane, but he still wants to be spraying down closer to the roots. Well, not the roots, but just I guess the trunk of a sugarcane, but sugarcane's a grass, so it's kind of like leaf the whole way up anyway. Yeah, that's what those funny things are for. One good advantage for us is the tractor would take all day because he can only stay at that one speed. So doing this super light rate, like the rat baits here, it'd take him all day to do this, but we can do this in 1 or 2 flights and then she's all done. So I'll try and keep the drone a bit off the road in case he does want to come back past, but I'm sure he'll be out there for a while, long after we're gone really. So this is another potato farm. He has actually got some other crops here. So it's a bit of a T-shape that we're doing here. The potatoes are just down the hill there in between the sugarcane and this crop here. Batteries are on and they're good. With a bit more rat bait, I'll go check how big this field is first so I can know exactly how much to put in there. Pretty hot day today. Bomb was saying it's about 35 degrees. Good to be able to sit in the cab when you get the chance. So while the drone is getting its RTK back in, we're going to chop this field in half, do a divide field, divide. Once the drone comes back into VRTK, select this small bit here, rat bait fun. We love the names of these fields. One here, and then we'll wait for it to come back into VRTK, which it has. So we're not actually doing this whole T-shaped bit here, we're only doing this skinny little bit. So I was able to divide that just before. Start operation, pretty light rate, 8 meters high, 20 meters a second, 10 meters wide, obstacle clearances are good. And then our safety point mode is gonna go straight across the edge of the track there and then into our field. We're gonna go across into advanced. See, that's put a run in around the edge of the field. Make sure we get every last bit of it. All we have to do is start operation, get the screen recording so you guys can see that if you want. We'll open the camera up here as well. That'll give me a bit of an indication of what's happening. Follow its path. We've got 97% battery. Again, it loves these light rates at a really fast speed. 20 meters a second, going well over 60 k's an hour by now. I'm gonna start working out where our next one's actually gonna be. So at the moment, it's out there, it's 20% through the field. I'll use this bit of time to get maps loaded for the next field we're going to. They're only a few k's apart and they're pretty small jobs. It's just time of setting the drone up and taking it down and traveling out here. We're out near Childers, so that's half an hour drive from Bundy. Yeah, all we had to do there was fold the props in and put on the back of the trailer. And that's 2 of 4 done. Just about to get to our 3rd field here today. And we love farmers and their mud maps, so We're going back and forth along this road, trying to find his entrance. Back up the hill, and that looks like some sweet potatoes right there. I reckon we might work our way beside them a bit better, so we're not down underneath these trees. Different things you gotta think about when operating a drone. You don't wanna be underneath the tree. Underneath the power line doesn't really go well either. And bottom of the hill is okay, but you can never see it once it goes over the hill. So it's always nice to be able to go at the top of a hill. Now, I haven't been to this one, so we'll see if Mick has mapped this field. Otherwise, we might have to do a bit of mapping as well. We've got our farmer in the middle of the field, so we better double check with him and make sure he's not in the field when we actually start flying. So on the map here, we've got a satellite map. You can actually see there's still trees on there, whether it was avocados or mangoes, but it's obviously potatoes now, so I'll have to put the drone up and map this one with the drone just to make sure that we're getting the right boundaries and staying away from this farmer's shed and any trees that could have grown up around the side of this field as well. So this field's actually going to take a bit longer, a bit more involved. So we're back at it again. We don't actually have a field here this time to fly straight from, so I'm gonna have to do a boundary run, just manually flying the drone, and that'll create us our field. As you can see here, we've got a line of trees on this side. We've got a shed, big pole right next to it. You can actually see down the hill that there's trees at the edge of the hill. I can't see exactly how close or far away from the edge of the field that they are, so I'll have to assess that as I'm flying past them. I'll be able to face the radar towards them and read how far away it is, and then work out if it's safe to fly or if we'll have to keep it off the edge a bit. Drone's online, we've got 99% battery. It has got a little bit of stuff in the bottom, but it's pretty much empty, so this will be fine to fly the whole way around the edge. So we're going to angle the camera down so I can also see where the edge of the field is. And I'm just going to follow the edge of the field. I've turned on auto marking. The farmer's got a path the whole way around. Got to keep the cameraman happy. The microphone didn't quite like how loud the pump was. You could see on the screen recording here, it's a little bit hard to tell where the edge of the field was, but it was actually just a grassy patch. So we'll keep it going. This is why it's good to put the drone up, because you can see on the satellite map, even though there were trees planted further across, there's not actually sweet potatoes planted further across. It just puts markers down like every so many meters or so many seconds. That is auto marking. It does swing a little bit, but whoa, a bit too much. Oh, well, nothing like drifting the boss's drone. You can see the drones picking up the AR model. So I don't really want to be getting too close, so I'm just going to pull it along the edge here. Keep it plenty away. Auto close, save that field. Right here. Just to make sure that we get this edge here, because the drone's not actually going to come this close. And that just means that he'll have rat baits here on this edge. So we'll just land the drone again. We've still got 60% battery. I'll put one. I'll swap the batteries over. We'll send it off. I'm gonna watch this camera here, see what it does. I'm just gonna get this drone flying because we've already set up that field. It's about to take off. Starting just behind us and going across the field now. We're doing the smaller field now on the bottom part of the hill. Start operation. We'll just double check that all these parameters are still correct. Does seem to be saving them. Now, we do have to see this operation access route. We don't really want it flying over the top of us. We want it going back into the field and then around and then down. Yep, still at 8 meters a second. 20 meters a second, 8 meters high. Go start. There it goes. Batteries are changed. Doesn't need much to do this, but I did put a little bit more in there in case. Yeah, all we have to do is let it do its thing. It'll do its runs back over here. The next run's going to come right in front of us, but it being 8 meters high, you still won't be able to see it there. See it out the side though, which is good. It's landing right now. So we'll pack it up, head back down the highway to Bundaberg. We got one more block closer to Bundy to finish off, and that'll be a day done. At 500 meters down the road from the ISIS mill, which you would have seen in some of those shots of the drone when it was just finishing off that block there. So I reckon we might go for a drive past it, have a geeze before we start heading back. Oh, well, that is 3 of our 4 fields done. Time to head a bit closer to Bundy, finish this last one off. Rightio. We've just made it to the last field of the day. It's definitely not the least, but that's all right. I've just had the batteries. I just put them in as we were unloading it off the trailer. So it's already connected to VRCK. So as soon as I get on the controller, I'll be able to take off. All the clips are good. So we've got 2 fields here actually. There's one over behind this little quarry area and this one here. And they've both already been mapped. So I won't have to do that. I'm just gonna fill it up with a bit more chem. There is about 9 hectares I saw here. So this will be pretty much the largest area that we've done all day, but it won't take that much longer anyway. Still only be 2 flights. As we were driving over here, both the sets of batteries have been charged up. We're already ready to rock and roll. I'll put one more bucket in. We're good to go. Rightio, so just get the controller up and running. We'll select this field here. We're going to do this field here first. Get the big one out of the way. Selected that field. There are power lines on that edge there, but then there's also that row of trees and a fence line, so we're clear of those. That pole there is quite a bit away, so we're clear of that. And then the tree there's quite a bit of a land mat, all of the shed and everything at that end of the field. So this will be good. Go back through here. Change this, we need it to be 20 meters a second, and then we're doing 10 meter swaths, 9.8, 9.9, 0.10. Boundary clearance. Rightio, let's send it. 7 hectares right here. I'm gonna time this one. So you can see this map here, it's pretty much done the whole field, but bar this last run. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, terminate operation. I'm gonna reselect it. I'm gonna go, not into those settings, operation settings, advanced, and we don't need to do every other run apart from that first run there. But the other reason is because I wanna do an edge application, mainly to tidy up the end runs where it's turning around, and then also just to get it a bit closer to the edge on those long sides as well. So we'll hit tick on that, and then while we're at it, you can see the batteries are at 38%. We had 13 kilos in that drone, 13.5 kilos in there, and it was flying for a good 9 minutes, 45 seconds. You can see on there. We just timed that as he was doing these runs back and forth. So yeah, it goes pretty well. It's now at 38%, so we'll change these batteries over. I would have put a little bit more in there. I think it's only got like 3 kilos to go out, not even, and then we'll be done. Yeah, I'll put one more in there. Take off. He's taken off. Complete that operation there. Then we're gonna go to this here. We'll select our other one over on the back there. You can see it's changed up a little bit. So we want 10 meter swaths. We want it 8 meters high, 20 meters a second. There we go. Safety points, it's just gonna go up and straight across over to there. There we go. Send it off again. She's going. So we're doing the last field of the day. I'm watching it a bit closely because there's actually some trees next to the creek bed on that side, so I don't want it to be getting close to them. We're going 8 meters high with a 10 meter swath. And the wind is starting to pick up a bit, but rat baits fall pretty good because they're quite a solid and very heavy, so they'll be fine with this. We're doing a lighter rate in the middle of this field. We are just about to finish this field over here. Once it finishes this bit here and starts coming back, I'm gonna press the hover button down in the bottom right corner of this screen, and I'm just gonna select and set up the boundary run for it to do as it sits there and hovers, because it's still got 60%, so that'll be plenty. and then it can just get started on the boundary run while it's already out there, and just be able to come back at the end of the day. We'll be done. So yeah, we finished that off. Now all it has to do is head back. It'll head straight over the top of us, land behind the trailer. Now we're gonna do is pack it up, put it away. That'll be 4 of the 4, even though this 4th field was actually 2. So that means now we've done 5 fields. What a day. That's pretty much finished our day. I've just powered off the controller. We'll put it back in the case, try and keep it a bit safer while we're traveling. We'll put this drone away and we'll be done. As you've seen today, this drone has worked well for us. The 20 meters a second has meant that even though we're doing this tiny rate that's really light for these rat baits, it's gotten the job done it really quickly. It just works really well. And anyway, that's it for today, so see you later.